Once upon a time, during the time when Gautama Buddha was teaching his disciples, there lived a young monk named Ananda. Ananda was known for his curiosity and eagerness to learn. One day, he approached Buddha with a question that had been troubling him.
Master, I have been pondering over the nature of life and its uncertainties. How can we find peace and happiness amidst the ever-changing and unpredictable world?
Buddha smiled and replied,
Ananda, let me share a story with you. There was once a powerful king who ruled over a vast kingdom. He was known for his wisdom and fair judgment. One day, a farmer came to the king seeking advice. The farmer said,
Your Majesty, my life is filled with ups and downs. Sometimes my crops flourish, and other times they wither away. How can I find contentment and happiness in such an uncertain existence?
The king thought for a moment and summoned his minister. He asked the minister to bring him a handful of mustard seeds from every household in the kingdom. However, there was a condition: the mustard seeds must be collected only from households where no tragedy or sorrow had ever occurred. The minister set out on the king's orders but returned empty-handed. He explained that he couldn't find a single household where no tragedy had taken place. Every family had experienced some form of loss, grief, or hardship. The king called the farmer and said,
My dear friend, you are not alone in facing the uncertainties of life. Every person encounters challenges and hardships. Just as a mustard seed cannot be found without sorrow, life cannot be without difficulties.
Buddha looked at Ananda and continued,
The key to finding peace and happiness lies not in avoiding the challenges of life, but in how we respond to them. Life is impermanent, and change is its inherent nature. Instead of resisting the impermanence, we must learn to embrace it. Ananda, happiness comes from cultivating acceptance, compassion, and wisdom. When we realize that everything in life is transient, we can free ourselves from attachment and find contentment in the present moment. By understanding the nature of suffering, we can cultivate a mind that remains undisturbed amidst life's challenges.
Ananda listened attentively, absorbing Buddha's words of wisdom. From that day forward, he began to cultivate acceptance, compassion, and wisdom in his own life, realizing that true happiness comes from within, regardless of the circumstances one faces. The story reminds us that life is filled with both joys and sorrows, and our happiness depends on our attitude towards them. By embracing the impermanence of life and cultivating inner qualities, we can navigate the ever-changing world with grace and find peace within ourselves.